Howdy, folks. How's it going? I'm a little worried today because I did a quick speed test and my ping was pretty high, and bitrate seems to be up and down. So we'll see. We'll see how long I can stream for. Might be a short one, shorter than I was hoping for. Anyway, yes, I would like to go to the title screen. We are probably gonna start with whatever in the heck they're called. I don't know why I keep forgetting the name. Well, player name. Hold on a sec. Load. Whoa, I was worried there for a sec. I don't want to start over. Tapes. Probably gonna listen to some recordings to start. And then that's probably going to be most of the stream, because that's kind of what this game is. Seems to be more of an experience than a game. Yes, I think I go to the mission selector. I think.
Snake, the nukes appear to have left the coastal marshes and reached the mountains around Irazu. But without a guide, it's going to be tough tracking those things in the mountains. So we need you to infiltrate one of their bases, a prison facility.
I hope nothing's happened to Amanda's brother.
I hear you. There may be other Sandinistas held there too. To bring them back safely to MSF, use the Fulton recovery system. As I'm sure you know from experience, it's completely harmless. After all, you won't have time to sit there and convince every single one of them to join.
One other thing, Snake.
Amanda.
Those CIA bastards confiscated some of the houses in the village. Chico's got to be inside one of them.
Houses, huh? How do I tell which ones?
When they took over the houses, they installed new front doors for security purposes. The new doors are blue, with peepholes, so you can see what's inside.
Blue doors. Got it.
Blue doors.
You're getting close to the end of the transport route. Good luck, Snake.
Single player, thank you. File library? Yeah. Don't need to go to co-ops. That's fine. Oops.
So I hear Amanda mistook you for Che Guevara, Snake. That's not too bad, huh?
Yeah, right. I'm not even worthy of polishing his boots.
Don't be so modest. From where I'm standing, your men see you as a great man.
As great as the century's most complete human being.
That's Sartre, right? Well, there's hardly been a more iconic figure of his times than Che.
Oh, he was more than that. He was a true revolutionary and a great warrior.
I'm with you there. Can you believe that when he first went to Cuba with Fidel, they had only 12 guys with them?
But they rallied. They brought in new recruits, won the support of the peasants, expanded their organization.
And in the end, they overthrew the Batista regime.
People flocked to them because they were honest. They won because they were strong. Those are the qualities that make men great.
You know, we're kind of in the same boat they were back then. Here we are, a handful of mercenaries taking on an army backed by the United States.
Yeah, we've got a long way to go.
But we've got to keep on going. It's not just about winning in battle. You need to think about recruiting people and growing this operation.
Got it.
Boss, did you ever read Che Guevara's book, Guerrilla Warfare?
I can't remember if I got to that one or not.
You should have. That's why I lent it to you. A lot of the guerrilla tactics it covers apply to sneaking missions, too. Che was one of the first people to articulate the theory of guerrilla warfare. T.E. Lawrence of Arabia, was another one. And Mao Zedong and his On Protracted War. Theory aside, Nicaragua's General Sandino was one of the first to put guerrilla tactics into practice, which explains why the Sandinistas named themselves after him.
If you think about it, guerrilla warfare itself has been around since ancient times. There's only so many ways a small group can upset a large army.
There was a samurai in Japan who excelled in guerrilla warfare.
No kidding.
Tsunoki Masashige. He was a warrior who lived in the medieval era. He used unconventional tactics to help overthrow the Kamakura shogunate.
Like what?
Trojan horse-style maneuvers and decoys to confuse the enemy. The best one was when the enemy was climbing the castle walls. He dumped boiling water and human excrement on them.
Huh, sounds great. Let's put it in the MSF playbook.
You're not serious, are you, boss?
Why not? We've got plenty of
Oh,
crap
God.
to unload.
Yeah. I'll think about it. The year the Cuban Revolution was won, Che visited Japan as a member of an economic delegation. While he was there, he visited Hiroshima.
Hiroshima.
Since he was there to discuss economic issues, Hiroshima wasn't part of the original itinerary. Some said the Ministry of Foreign Affairs didn't want to let him go, but he went anyway. He
I
slept out
haven't
in his
gone
hotel
through,
and took an
Peace
overnight
Walker.
train.
Traveling guerrilla style.
Peace Walker happens
Sounds
after
like Che, all right.
He visited the Peace Memorial Museum
MGS 3,
and the Atomic
Snake
Bomb
Eater.
Survivors Hospital. Apparently, it gave him quite a shock. As a doctor, it must have been painful for him to see how the victims suffered.
Nukes destroy everything.
He was quoted as saying, "They put you through this, and still you do whatever America says." Those words really hit me hard, especially when I think of my mom. He said
Right.
something else, too. Let us all love Hiroshima and its people.
I can believe it. Che never managed to numb himself to other people's pain. That's why people loved him. And why he died.
That bandana you're always wearing, that thing's a real antique. Ever think about getting a new one?
This one's fine.
Come on, we can't have our boss wearing a raggedy old thing like that.
It was a gift, okay? It wouldn't be right to get rid of it.
It was. Okay then. Speaking of which, Che supposedly had a black scarf he used to take everywhere with him.
A scarf?
One of his comrades gave it to him when he broke his arm in battle. Che used that silk scarf as a sling, and the comrade who gave it to him
Dang it, no
became
Kyle's
his
live.
second wife.
Alida, right?
Even after his arm healed up, he never
Son
went
of a bitch.
anywhere without that scarf. What about you? You get that bandana from someone special?
No, nothing like that. It's important to me. That's all.
Older types. Ooh.
Amanda and her crew tell me they've managed to identify several different categories of mercenaries employed by the CIA.
Give me
Fucking
a
mad.
rundown. Sounds like info I could use.
No problem.
Yeah, it was
Go
bound
through
to
them in
happen at
order.
some point.
The type of enemy you'll be seeing most is the type that patrols and guards a specific operational area. For the sake of convenience, Amanda's crew calls the outdoor ones patrolmen and the indoor ones guards. They might look like they're just out for a stroll, but don't be fooled. They're sharper than they look. All of their senses are finely honed. Normally, they'll patrol along fixed routes, but when the alert level is raised, they'll assume a more efficient alert posture and focus on defending specific points. That's bad for you. Obviously, they can hold their own in combat, and with body armor, it'll be even harder to take them down. If they're wearing a bulletproof helmet, you can forget about one-shot kills. Just a heads up. You'll need to be smart about using camo and pick your routes. The most important thing is to avoid detection. When the enemy spots you and goes on alert, they may call in a backup strike team. These assault teams are heavily armed, well-trained, and highly dangerous. Amanda's crew calls them commandos. Unlike the patrolmen, these guys will actively, relentlessly track and hunt you down like hounds.
Hounds to hunt a former foxhound. Bring it on.
They won't give up easily even if they lose sight of you. They'll clear out any likely hiding places they come across. So don't get too comfy in one spot, or you might get caught again. Keep your eyes fixed on them and what they're doing. Also, be aware that commando gear includes body armor, so don't think you can deal with them by going in guns blazing.
All I've got to do is find an exposed weak point, and...
Exactly. There are areas out there where enemy soldiers are deployed in multiple layers for extra coverage. More than a few of those will be attacking you from a distance, rooftops and far-off vantage points. Try not to get too distracted by nearby enemies, because you could be leaving yourself wide open to longer-range attacks.
I'll be careful.
We know there are variations in the kinds of gear patrolmen and commandos wear, especially the body armor. Our scouts report that an enemy's defense and firing accuracy are directly proportional to how heavy their gear is.
Those must be the guys with the highest combat skills. They can fight in heavier gear without their performance suffering.
Supposedly, it's pretty easy to tell the difference in gear just by looking. So remember, use extra caution when dealing with enemies wearing heavy gear. Enemies will try to fight you from different distances, based on the weapon they've got equipped. When you meet an enemy, get a good look at what they're carrying. It can make or break your chances in battle. Enemies carrying handguns and shotguns will try and get in close. That makes them dangerous, but at the same time, easier to hit. Keep your wits about you, and you can turn a threat into an opportunity. Enemies carrying assault rifles and machine guns will usually fire at you from farther away. Use whatever cover you can find, then return fire with a few well-placed shots of your own.
Easy enough.
Don't expect enemies carrying sniper rifles or rocket launchers to get up close and personal. They'll be constantly moving from place to place looking for an opening to snipe at you. Tricky bastards. Eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. Go with the sniper rifle. Make sure you stay out of their line of sight, and when they expose themselves, take them down.
Costa Rica's forests are more diverse than you might expect. Not all of them are tropical rainforests. Costa Rica is close to the equator, it is true, but it is also very mountainous.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Go up 4,000 feet in elevation and the temperature drops more than 7 degrees.
There are basically 3 types of forests. The lowlands are covered in tropical rainforests, the highlands by tropical cloud forests, and areas where there's a dry season have tropical dry forests. The lowlands along the Caribbean coast are mostly covered by hot, humid tropical rainforests, what most people envision when they think of jungle. The closely packed trees spread their branches out at great heights to soak up the sun. Their shade makes it dark near the ground, so be careful. Of course, with so little light, few plants can grow on the ground, so it might actually be easier to walk.
So even if you could photosynthesize, it wouldn't do you any good.
Photosynthesize? People cannot do that.
Most people, anyway.
Costa Rica is said to have about 87,000 species of living things. That is about 5% of all the known species in the world.
A tiny place like this? Huh. I'll be damned.
I want to protect that biological diversity. When diversity is lost, the
I know one
environment
person that
weakens.
photosynthesizes,
Just
but
look at
that's
the
in
plantations.
I think I know what
MGS
you mean.
5.
It's like trying to assemble
What
a
your
unit
boss
from
wouldn't know
similar
about
guys.
yet. I
It
don't know if there's
usually
another
doesn't
person.
work out. Throw a few square pegs in there and everything falls into place.
There are so many species here that a lot of them have not even been classified yet. I am hoping I can help do that someday. Kind of like a parataxonomist.
Say that again.
Parataxonomist. Someone who helps a taxonomist.
Oh. Huh. I thought you were going to say it had something to do with parachutes.
You're weird. The Development Corporation of Costa Rica, or CODESA, was established 2 years ago. Since President Oduber was elected this year, the state has been putting a lot more effort into development.
The corporate state, so to speak.
Growth is good and all,
Gotten
but
good.
there is one thing that bugs me.
What's that?
I cannot help but wonder whether Codessa is not just a front for the CIA.
You mean what the professor was saying about the CIA mercenaries posing as security guards? They were using Codessa as camouflage?
I am worried that development is going to destroy the forests, but I do not suppose it has anything to do with this. My mother was the one who named me Paz. She said it was an expression of her wish that the country stay at peace. It is a pretty common name in Central America. My mother always used to tell me, never make war. Always help keep the peace.
I remember. Your grandparents.
Yes, they died in the Civil War. I think that is why my mother hated war so much.
That's another thing you've got in common with Kaz. His mother named him Peace, too.
See, because Japan also suffered through war. I think I know how Mr. Miller's mother felt.
You like the peace sign, huh?
See, as a gesture, it connects every peace-loving person. Here, you try it, Snake. Peace.
No thanks. It doesn't suit me.
Too bad for you.
You know, the V in the peace sign comes from the V in victory. When did it start standing for peace?
I am not completely sure, but I guess it came out of the protest movement against the Vietnam War. Oh, and do not turn your hand around when you do it, especially around British people. It is insulting.
So, you live alone now?
No, not alone. I've been living in school dormitories since I started junior high. After my mother died, my relatives took me in, but they were not my real family.
You didn't fit in there.
In a way. My aunts were kind to me and all. But I know how difficult it must have been to suddenly have a child thrust into their lives. When you live with someone, there are no secrets. I could tell my being there was a burden on them.
Sounds like a rough childhood.
I would not say that. I was lucky just to have people take me in. There were fanos living out in the streets because their mothers died. It is even worse in countries with frequent civil wars. So, who am I to complain about my childhood?
You're a pretty tough kid, you know?
Not at all. I am not strong at all. Playa del Alba means Beach of Dawn. The morning sun is so beautiful over the Caribbean.
Beach of Dawn, huh? Perfect place to start a mission.
The clear blue water, the white sand, the swaying palm trees. You cannot get more South American than here. It is paradise on earth.
Yeah, guess I should have packed my Hawaiian shirt.
The coral reefs and mangrove forests protect the small fish in the area. Sea turtles come to lay their eggs on these beaches. We are not the only ones who enjoy this place. It is heaven for more than just humans. Bosque del Alba means Forest of Dawn. Naturally, it is situated on the east coast. It is your standard tropical rainforest. Everything you would imagine in a jungle.
No sign of morning sun here.
The foliage is too thick for direct sunlight to hit the floor. I do not know how easy it will be making your way through here.
I'll be fine. This isn't my first trip to a jungle.
This is a tropical rainforest, just like Bosque del Alba. The temperature and humidity can be brutal. El Senegal means place of mud.
No, mud. Great. I'll
I
watch
read
my
this one
step.
already.
This area often gets flooded by the river. There are canals here
Must have
and
been
there
mud
carved out
somewhere
by
else.
water.
Good places to hide.
But they will also make it harder for you to see. Be careful, Snake. There should be a suspension bridge around there.
In lowlands like this?
The ground nearby is harder and higher than usual. The river cut through
Great.
it, eventually creating a valley. There might be another way to get across the river somewhere.
I wouldn't want to run into someone on the bridge.
The valley tends to be misty, so you might not be able to see the water from up there. Fall and it will leave more than a bump.
I'll be careful.
When a river floods an area, the banks can collapse, creating a marsh. You see a lot of them around here.
I'll need to watch the noise my feet make in El Senegal.
There is a marsh on the other side of the river, too. The suspension bridge will take you there. The river running through here is Rio del Jade, or the Jade River.
Jade? Are there minerals around here?
No, it refers to the color of the water. You will have to go to Guatemala for jade.
Doesn't look all that pretty from where I'm standing.
We are still in the rainy season, so the river is a little muddy. It will return to normal once the dry season starts. Rivers are an important means of transport around here. They are relatively calm, and there are plenty of canals along the coast too.
A boat would be more than enough to transport some good-sized cargo.
Like a nuclear weapon.
We don't know enough yet. I'll keep looking.
Thank you, Snake. Panama disease was rampant here about 20 years ago, putting a lot of banana plantations out of business.
Panama disease?
It is caused by a type of fungus. Apparently it killed off almost all the banana species that used to grow here.
How could that happen?
Cultivated bananas do not produce seeds. You have to remove and transplant part of the stem yourself. You plant them in the fields.
So you've got acres of identical plants?
See, when one plant is infected, the disease spreads quickly. Species lacking genetic diversity become weak. They grow different bananas today, one said to be resistant to Panama disease.
Oh boy.
Since
Last
it was
person.
founded, my country has not once been able to choose its own path. First Spain, then America. Over 100 years of this.
I know.
In the 19th century, an American mercenary named William Walker seized power in Nicaragua.
I'd heard he exploited rivalries between the political parties.
Even after we expelled him, the Americans sent in their Marines under the pretext of quelling political unrest.
And the real reason?
To intimidate the government and thwart the construction of the Nicaragua Canal.
I thought the U.S. already has the rights to build a canal in Nicaragua.
They never intended to build a canal there. They'd already started digging in Panama. A canal in Nicaragua would break up the Panama Canal's monopoly. Reason enough for America to stick its nose into our affairs.
They snagged the rights so nobody else could build there.
It was General Sandino who finally stood up to los Yankees. General Sandino waged a guerrilla war against the Marines, at last driving them out. He was a true hero, and to us Sandinistas, like a father. But when they pulled out, the Americans left us something to remember them by.
The National Guard.
Yes, La Guardia. In name, a peacekeeping force, but in reality, Commander Somoza's personal army, answering to no one else. Unable to stay silent, General Sandino went to protest and was assassinated by Somoza as he made his way home. It was then that Somoza and Los Sapos began to eat our country alive from the
Tasty.
inside. It has been 40 years since the Somoza family became the rulers of Nicaragua. With La Guardia at their command, no one can challenge them.
You came here on the run from the National Guard, right?
See, they took everything. Our land, our homes, our jobs.
Now belong to Somoza.
See, the law too. He's even got the judges in his pocket. You defy him, you face death. Everyone bows and scrapes before La Guardia. Even then you might get a beating if they are in a bad mood.
And you're trying to change things.
That's not all. These Somozas have used their power to line their pockets. They confiscate people's land and hand it to members of the Somoza family. By now, close to half the farmland in Nicaragua is theirs. We were powerless until... You remember the earthquake 2 years ago?
Yeah, I heard the capital was hit pretty hard.
We lost Managua, our capital city. People sent aid from all around the world. Tears of sorrow turned to tears of joy. Yet almost all of it was embezzled by the Somozas. They sold out those who'd lost everything for money. They feasted on our country's suffering. Public resentment is at the boiling point. The Somoza's days are numbered. We will see to it. The first Somoza was originally no more than the commander of La Guardia. Ordinarily, a man of his station could never hope to become president. But the president at the time had no power to back him. The only one with the strength to oppose him was General Sandino. No, better to say the general was the only one who dared oppose him. There was nothing special about him. Above all, it takes a strong will to see justice done. That is what he taught us.
It's also what motivated Somoza to have him killed.
Yes, the rest was easy. He got rid of the president, taking office in a sham election. And once he had the power, he never gave it up.
Talk about heavy-handed.
He had the Americans backing him, that's why. They didn't want to hand over power to a rebellious general.
Even so, it's hard to believe Washington would give its blessing to a guy like that.
The American president at the time put it this way. Somoza may be a son of a bitch, but he's our son of a bitch. In other words, better a dog or los sapos than an anti-US regime. The Managua earthquake struck 2 years ago, the day before Christmas Eve. Giant cracks opened up in the streets. Sleeping children were crushed in collapsing houses.
Fuck.
No chance to escape. No visit from Santa
Zed,
Claus.
no.
Thanks to Somoza, the old houses could not even get rebuilt. It was a nightmare.
I heard the epicenter was right in the middle of the city.
Even today, it's too dangerous to build on top of the fault line. The city center is still in ruins.
And to make things worse, Somoza stole the recovery money.
We must not fail. We owe it to those who lost their lives. We will defeat Somoza.
Could go for a samosa right now too.
We are Sandinistas, the heirs of General Sandino's will.
Sandino, the father of modern guerrilla warfare.
To you, maybe. To us, he's more like a real father.
That why you named yourselves after him?
Of course. La Frente Sandinista de Liberación Nacional. The Sandinista National Liberation Front is named in his honor. We share the general's goal, to take back our country's freedom. In his day, from America. In ours, from the despot Somoza.
Times have changed, but the song remains the same.
Patria libre o morir. That is our slogan. El Che used to say the same thing, you know.
Patria o muerte, the slogan of the Cuban Revolution. So, you're fighting for a socialist revolution too, then?
No, it's not about ideology. We only want to live normal lives. We are sick of living in a country where you can be beaten for walking down the street, where you never know if your neighbor is snitching on you. Our goal is to give back the country to its people.
Yeah, the Cuban Revolution started out like that too.
We are few in number, but we will win. Victoria o muerte. For a revolutionary, there is no other fate. Augusto Cesar Sandino, general and hero of Nicaragua. 50 years ago, conflict broke out between the political parties of Nicaragua. The U.S. Marines intervened in the name of restoring order. The only one who refused to listen to their call for reconciliation was General Sandino.
Huh. One man against the Marines. That takes guts.
The general wasn't a professional soldier. Neither were his compadres. And they certainly could not match the Marines' equipment. But he used the land to his advantage, lurking in the fields and hills of Nicaragua, and using surprise attacks to harass the Marines.
I know. I've read plenty of textbooks on guerrilla warfare.
In the end, he drove them out. He was truly a role model for us.
Yeah, but that was the 30s. Didn't the Depression have something to do with it? It takes cash to wage war.
Perhaps. But there is no denying what the general accomplished. The people hailed him as the General de Hombres Libres, the General of Free Men. They loved him. And then he was assassinated by Anastasio Somoza Garcia, commander of La Guardia.
The father of the current Somoza.
Somoza had the Americans backing. That is the way things were. The general may be dead, and the times may have changed, but his will lives on inside each of us. We are the sons and daughters of General Sandino.
Watermelon.
Hey, how's the watermelon business these days?
Not bad. I hear the compas back home are hanging in there too.
Good to hear.
You know our nickname. I'm impressed. No wonder they call you boss.
You used to hide your weapons in hollowed-out watermelons, smuggle them right past the National Guard.
What?
You even transported pineapple grenades that way. The name caught on among sympathizers in the region, and...
What are you talking about?
Huh?
They call us watermelon sellers because the general's name sounds like the word for watermelon. Sandia.
Really?
Si.
Damn it, Kaz. A revolution to bring peace to your country, huh? No matter how much we fight, peace never gets any closer, does it?
I do not like it, but it is the only way. If we do not fight back, they'll just keep exploiting us. You want proof? Look at our country's history. Revolution is a means and not an end. I know. When the revolution is victorious, I want my country to be at peace. But to bring peace, we have to first eliminate that traitorous scum.
It's an old saying. We make war that we may live in peace.
Who said it?
Aristotle.
You know your history.
I had a good teacher.
It has always been like this. People making the same mistakes over and over. And still, all we can do is fight.
I hear you. If you've got a goal, you've got to keep moving forward. I noticed you called Che Guevara El Che.
Not just us. Everyone in these parts does. Che was always his nickname. It does not feel right to call him by his last name. I was shocked the first time I saw you. You look so much like him.
Huh. I look like El Che, huh?
Sort of. Not in the face. It's more the way you carry yourself.
I guess Che's a hero to the Sandinistas, too.
Of course. The FSLN was formed in the spirit of the ideologies championed by El Che and Fidel.
Fidel Castro. So, you're trying to bring the Cuban Revolution to Nicaragua.
Well, we were. But Cuba isn't what it once was. Not since El Che left. El Che was a true revolutionary. He fought and died for the people. He worked harder than anybody, and he was a righteous man. Even as a minister of Cuba, he gave up his weekends to work on the farms and public works. As a volunteer, no less.
Yeah, I've heard the stories. But when you think about it, wasn't it that obsession that did him in?
How do you mean?
We can't all be supermen. He thought the ideals he applied in Cuba would work in Bolivia, but he failed to win converts and the support of the peasants, and it cost him his life.
Maybe you are right. But at least he did not steal from those peasants, no matter how hard things got.
Yeah, I can sympathize with that. There's plenty of guerrillas out there who'd rob their own people to feed their revolutions.
If we had a comandante like him, the Sandinistas would find the will to fight.
You called that giant chopper an hombre nuevo.
Si. It means new man.
New man?
There was nobody piloting that thing. It must be controlled by machine.
Yeah, it seems that way. No human being could pull off those crazy maneuvers.
But it's not crazy.
Crazy
it's
maneuver.
smart.
Look like it just moved
sings
to the
too.
side slightly.
When we first saw it, one of your men said, "Pilot must be an hombre nuevo."
Me? I do not like the name.
Why?
Hombre Nuevo was what El Che was striving to become. What all of us who joined the Sandinistas strive to become. That's why. An hombre nuevo is one who finds joy in virtue and voluntary labor. It makes me furious to see that name given to such a monster.
I'll bet. Chico called that helicopter El Colibri.
Our name for the hummingbird. You saw how that chopper moved, how it hovered in midair like a hummingbird?
A hell of a lot bigger than a bird, though.
True, but better than hombre nuevo, don't you think? When you get kidnapped by El Colibri, it's all over. They take you to a prison camp and torture you until you snitch on your compas.
That's what took Chico.
They have no mercy. Once you've talked, they toss you out like trash. I knew this, and still I could not save Chico. If he cannot be saved, I will do what must be done.
Don't
Don't
do
write
it.
him off like that. Sometimes you have to survive, even if it means sacrificing your honor. I'll get him back. I promise.
The land
Got
in our
some
country
drugs coming
belongs
up.
to us, and yet it does not belong to us.
How so?
Along the coast, it is all banana groves, and in the mountains, it is coffee. I guess in that way, it is not so different from here.
Plantations.
Almost all the bananas and coffee are sold as exports. The landlords keep the money for themselves, leaving precious little to the farmers. Worse, the biggest landowners in the country are Somoza and his family.
But it does bring in foreign currency.
I doubt even that, at least for bananas. The plantations are owned by American corporations. The bananas are processed in factories on the plantations and exported to America from private ports. It's like having little American enclaves along the coast of Nicaragua.
But the farmers have no choice but to go work there.
Es ridículo. The people have to take their land back. It is one of the things we are fighting for.
Tell me, when exactly did you realize your dad was working with the KGB?
About 6 months ago. Up until then, we only had beans to eat. And then suddenly we started to get eggs and flour. Our bullet shortage simply disappeared.
How'd he get the cocaine?
Ask the KGB. All we did here was process it. Coca plants grow here too. But to my knowledge, almost all of the stuff we used came from Colombia and Bolivia.
It's processed in a factory and then shipped to ports on the Caribbean Sea. Where does it go after that?
I never thought about it. I mean, I did not
Oh no,
want
Alex
to
is
think
dying.
about it.
The biggest cocaine consumer in the world is the United States. I'm guessing they smuggle it in on vessels disguised as fishing boats.
Wait. La CIA uses that route too. Are you telling me they're selling cocaine to their own country?
Looks that way.
Those bastards are turning their own children into junkies? Are they insane?
No, just afraid. Afraid of a communist Central America. Amanda, when did you join up with the Sandinistas?
About a year ago, when I went into the mountains with mi viejo and his group.
I thought your dad was with the FSLN from the start.
No, he fought alongside General Sandino, but after that, he retired for a while. He found a job, got a wife and a house, and raised us kids. Then one day, some Sandinista students came by.
And he felt the old fire in his belly.
Something like that. All he did was help them escape from La Guardia, though. But then La Guardia showed up. They broke into our house and began pushing him around, shouting questions.
I'm guessing he kept his mouth shut.
No matter how hard they hit him. Our house was trashed. After that, he was on their list. They harassed him day and night. It was only then that he gave himself over to the Sandinistas. He kept it hidden from us at first, so we would not get hurt.
He sounds like a good father.
He was. But my mother got fed up with it. She left us. I don't blame her.
Why didn't you go with her?
It was a hard decision for sure. But like my father, I could not let Somoza get away with his crimes. But most of all,
Chico.
he is too much like his papa. One way or the other, he was going to stay. And I could not leave him behind. Soon enough, La Guardia drove us out, and we found ourselves in the mountains. It just kind of happened.
Well, for an accidental revolutionary, you sure put up a hell of a fight.
The mountains make men into warriors. The training is harsh, but it brings us that much closer to being hombres nuevos.
Chico couldn't ask for a better sister. I can see why they picked you to be Commandante.
When I was little, I came down with malaria. Unlucky for me, it was the bad kind. I was in a daze the whole time. And at one point they said I was not going to make it.
Malarial encephalopathy. I hear it's pretty common in tropical malaria cases.
Even today, my memory sometimes gets a little fuzzy. Since then, I've had this fear of mosquitoes. When I hear them buzzing nearby, I get jumpy.
Ah, that explains the chain smoking.
See,
Is that all I have
I
to
thought
do
it
to
might
get rid of
help keep the
mosquitoes? Is
mosquitoes
smoke?
away, just a
Sign me
little.
up. Fuck
Maybe it is all in
mosquitoes.
my head. You're the same way, right?
I will say this. I prefer a cigar over mosquitoes.
Me too.
I've got to hand it to you. Takes guts to conquer your fear like that and live a gorilla's life in the wild.
It is nothing. El Che did not let asthma stop him from leading the revolution. Compared to him, I am no hero.
I'm sorry to hear about your dad.
No
Thank you for
mosquitoes.
saying that. Mi viejo was the leader of the Frente. He was the last of the generation that knew General Sandino. He saw the general's exploits firsthand as a boy. He would tell us stories about it all the time and about how the general was assassinated.
Did you know he was getting money from the KGB?
I had some idea, but I did not have the courage to confront him about it. I know it was a painful decision for him to make.
I can imagine.
Yes, my father was a good man. I loved him as a daughter, and his soldiers believed in him. Thanks to him, La Frente held together even in the worst of times. I don't know if I can ever fill his shoes.
Chico's 12, right?
Right.
Isn't he a little short for his age?
Malnourishment. Food is hard to come by when you're running around in the jungle.
He's got quite an appetite.
I know. I didn't want him to come in the first place, but there was no one to take him in. I had no choice but to look after him.
Don't be so hard on yourself. Sometimes it's better for a kid to be with his family than far away in a safe place.
Thank you.
Promise me this, though. When your fight is over, make sure he gets a proper education. Give him a chance to be something other than a gorilla. It's not too late to teach him something other than fighting.
Okay, I promise. You know what book Chico really likes? The World Encyclopedia of Mysterious Creatures. The Loch Ness Monster, the Yeti.
UMAs. Yeah, I know.
He's still so much like a boy. I worry about him.
He'll be fine. I know plenty of grown men who still go crazy over UMAs.
Are you serious?
Okay, are we good? No, but there's... Wait, what? Hold up a sec. You... Okay, so the file library doesn't show everything. Guess you can go to about this mission. There's a little bit more.
Amanda,
A little bit more.
How do I get to the prison camp?
First, head up the narrow mountain path. The path will gradually open up and you'll come to a fork in the road. Watch yourself up there. You'll be lower than the surrounding terrain. So if you head down the middle, you'll make for an easy target.
Yeah, thanks for the heads up.
Take the leftward path to reach the prison camp.
Alright, we head left.
What can you tell me about the prison camp?
Well, it used to be a village until they took control of it. It's a maze of paths, so watch out for soldiers on patrol.
I'll be sure not to stop and say hi.
Use the paths carefully, and you should be able to stay out of view.
Where are they holding Chico?
One of the houses, most likely. You can peek through the doors. Just press the action button when the icon appears. You could also listen to any sounds inside for clues.
Good idea.
Guards will still be on the move while you're looking inside. Make sure you don't get caught. And Snake,
I know. I'll bring him back.
I'll bring it back.
I know I can count on you.
Why are you still... Oh, okay.
Areas with a distinct dry season, like the Pacific coast, have tropical dry forests. During the dry season, the trees drop their leaves. It gives you a clearer view, but at the same time, there are fewer places to hide. So be careful.
Sounds dull.
It is not really. A lot of trees flower during the dry season, including my favorite, the tabebuia. It has these amazingly vivid yellow flowers. Costa Rica has several active volcanoes, Irasu being one of them.
That's where Camino de Lava comes from, huh?
The tropical dry forests around here are quite different from our rainforests. They lose their leaves in the dry season. Tropical forests are not all thick jungles. A few of them even have cacti. Some of Costa Rica's greatest assets are its diverse forests and natural landscapes. Costa Rica got its first real railroads up and running about 100 years ago. Their primary purpose was to move coffee harvested in the Central Basin to the Caribbean coast.
They built railroads here 100 years ago? That's impressive.
It was even more difficult than you would imagine. Later, they started using the railroads for shipping bananas too. There still might be some branch lines around here. Aldea de los Despiertos means Village of the Awake.
Weird name.
The area is littered with coffee fields, and there is a factory nearby. The villagers are fans of coffee, so...
Nah, they don't get much sleep, huh? They've got a sense of humor, all right.
I cannot believe they would take over a place like this and use it as a prison. It is unforgivable for both the CIA and the thugs they employ. All the villagers wanted was to live in peace. What gives the CIA the right to crush them like that?
They don't care about anyone's rights but their own. It's just the way some people are.
You really think so?
Don't worry. It just gives me the right to teach them a lesson.
Shit, Snake getting mad. Okay. Costa Rica. Hillside. The jungle fatigues are just good everywhere, aren't they? Let's try some tea strip.
Survival.
What else? What else we got? Oh, I don't need explosives. Need a sniper with a silencer on it. I'm gonna do a sniper anyway. What do we have over here as well? Camera. I can equip the Walkman. Okay. Okay. T recovers Seiki. Oh, I can just equip it. I have enough room. Ashen binocular is probably fine. We do have the sniper. Do I need the camera? I don't know if I want to just take pictures for fun. We'll keep it at that. Oh, okay, yeah. Whoops. Okay, after like 50 minutes, we're gonna get some action going. To remember all my buttons now.
In a prison camp north of here.
And that's action button. Square is not doing anything. Triangle. Oh, square is back. Okay. Walkman. Playlist. So it's just music for now.
Please, Snake, help
Come on. Huh. Hoping I can listen to people. Like, talk about stuff.
Not enough room, huh? We'll keep it here at the base.
Just wake people up. What is this music? Which, sorry, I meant to say the NP. Like, no problem. I just misspelled it because I was busy doing stream. Oh god. I've been spotted. Wait. Did you wake up that fast? Why don't you believe me? I thought we were friends.
That basin will leave you completely exposed. If I were the enemy, I'd position snipers there. Better be careful.
Roger that. Oh, I should have faulted that guy.
Sniper, better be careful if you don't want your head blown off.
Where?
That's too tall to climb. If only you had some equipment.
I didn't know about you. You son of a bitch. He's shooting right now? Someone's shooting. Why is it not alerted though?
Fulton recovery helicopter is complete.
Nothing here. Here he is.
What? What? Who?
Found the enemy. Send backup.
Wait,
Understood. Dispatching reinforcements now.
where? Where the fuck? I need. Oh, no, get down. Get down. You're just gonna run back and forth there?
Find somewhere safe, Snake.
I have, thank you.
They're using the Scarecrow for sniper training.
Oh,
Boss, please. You have to help Chico.
so they shot it.
We gotta
Yeah.
save Chico, Snake.
Yeah.
It's to our benefit, you know.
So they're shooting at the scarecrows. Oh, he's not dead. No, HQ, don't come in.
This is patrol. All clear.
Oh yeah, yeah, it's all clear. It's all good.
Fulton recovery
Oh,
subject
there's the
confirmed
sniper.
onboard helicopter.
Zoom. Oh. That doesn't zoom. Is that R1 right trigger? I'm gonna snipe him anyway. Is that the only sniper? Must have been. There's a dude. He's a D. Always use more dudes.
Chico's in one of these houses. You've got to find him, Snake. To check inside a house, press the action button in front of the door.
Mama!
Can I? Can I look inside?
Mama!
What the hell?
Mama!
Well, I can't go in. What the hell? How do I get in these doors? Can I change my gear at all? Can I change my camo?
Even if you take out the enemy at hand, there's more where they came from. I'd keep a low profile if I were you.
Uh-huh. Oh, that's okay. You can stop.
Start talking. Start talking.
You don't know anything, you're useless.
Fulton recovery helicopter.
Huh?
Who's there?
No, get up. Get up. Okay, there. Okay. Oh, Conrad, I need to make you a mod. I wonder. Here. You start looking there.
Chico, is that you?
Apparently it is.
Who's there?
Chico, it's me.
Joy.
Yeah, so you can ban people.
Joy, that photographer.
That's right, a war photographer.
Huh? I thought you were here for the birds.
Yeah, the birds of the battlefield.
Whoa. Is that just... Can I
Whoa.
see it? Wow, these same kind
You
of
can see my
tattoos.
comments.
You can keep it, kid. Here,
Did you change
have these
mine?
instead.
Those photos. Huh. Oh no, Amanda.
She's safe, don't worry.
You sure?
We're patching her up back at my place.
She's hurt?
I
Don't
said,
think you can ban
worry.
yourself, but you
It's
can
just a
absolutely
broken leg.
try.
You got any cigarettes? A cigar, huh? Hey!
It's not for kids. Chico, do you know where they took the cargo?
Cargo? What cargo?
Let me rephrase that. How do they get stuff from the coast up here?
Oh, that I can tell you. When the cargo gets to the harbor, they first send it up the marshes on a barge. Then, they load it onto a jungle train past the banana plantation and transport it by rail. The train stops here. When it gets to the train terminal past the coffee plantation, they reload it again, this time onto a truck, which disappears into a tunnel heading toward the mountains.
Disappears. Chico, what's on the other side of that tunnel?
Nobody knows. None of our compas ever got close enough. He's protected by a spirit.
By a spirit, you say?
Spirit.
Yeah, a giant monster. El Basilisco.
The king of snakes.
No, really, I saw it. I was camping up there one day, and just as I was waking up around dawn, I heard this loud noise. I opened my eyes and saw an enormous shadow. Must have been 30 bala at least. It was
Whoa.
walking on legs as big as trees.
Is that
Where did you see it?
that Metal
At the
Gear?
terminal near the tunnel, but I only saw it that one time.
What exactly were you doing there?
Well, me and my sister got into a fight.
And you just happened to go camping.
You know, their train should be arriving at the place I saw El Basilisco right about now.
Is it far?
No, really. Go past the coffee plantation, and it'll be to the north. What are you chasing?
Something that could keep the world in balance. Or destroy it.
Huh?
I heard that place was a narcotics plant before those guys took it over. But you already knew that, didn't you? Look, I get it. Even revolutionaries need to pay the bills. Still, must be tough for a kid like you to swallow.
You're damn right it is. The route they use to transport stuff is the same one mi viejo used to smuggle drugs. He sold the drugs to the Norte Americanos and used the profits to fund the army. They tried to keep it hidden from me.
Is that why you went camping?
Yes. I managed to sneak into the plant a few times and I tried to set it on fire.
Whoa.
Everyone treats me like a child. I couldn't stand it anymore. I'm not a kid, I'm 12.
Couldn't do it though, could you? Chico, growing up means choosing how you're gonna live your life. To do the right thing, you sometimes have to leave the things you care about behind. Parents, family, your homeland.
But mi viejo. Papa,
Chico, look at the photos.
mi viejo.
He's gone. But there's one thing you don't ever leave behind. Your memories. Keep them safe. You want to get out of here, Chico?
I do, but
Come back with me. Your sister's waiting for you.
I can't go back. I can't face everybody.
You told them where your compas are. I see.
Chico, no.
Nothing to be ashamed of. Pain gets the better of us all.
I wish I was dead.
Okay then. I'll put you out of your misery.
What?
You asked for it.
Any last words? Shoot. You are only going to kill a man. I just wasted a bullet. Don't waste your life. Listen to me, Chico. You died here today.
Oh,
You
the
understand?
symbolism.
You're hombre nuevo. A new man. Now, give that new life to me. Fight with me, little soldier. Show me how strong you really are. Dry your tears, then promise me one thing. No smoking until you get older. Remember, real heroes are never as polished as the legends that surround them.
You got it, boss.
Snake is fine.
What's that?
Sorry, boss, you're never gonna be Snake. You lost that name a long time ago. I think I'm just too slow. I know it's not that I think the rank matters, but I want to take my time and make sure I'm going good.
Snake, Chico made it over. Snake!
Chico, you made
Looks
it.
much different there.
Don't give me that. You say you're gonna give me a new life, and then you nearly kill me.
I take it you didn't enjoy the trip.
What's the big idea? Dragging me off in a balloon. I might as well have taken a Calibri.
At least you got a nice view. Or are you afraid of heights?
Whatever. I just wish you would explain it to me first.
Would you have agreed to go if I did?
Thank you for saving us, Snake.
Amanda, a word of advice.
What?
Stop treating him like a child.
Yes. Yes, I know. You're right. I shouldn't.
Amanda, you're coming back after your leg heals, right?
Of course. We still have work to do.
Are you sure you've got Chico's future in mind when you say that?
What do you mean? We're sworn to our father's cause, to helping the revolution succeed.
Revolution or no revolution, you pick up a gun and sooner or later you're going to hell. Are you prepared for that?
I am. If the alternative is giving up the country I love, I'll take hell.
Really? Well then, you're gonna have to stop treating Chico like a brother and start treating him like a soldier.
You're right.
Welcome to hell.
Snake,
Welcome to hell,
can I ask you a
bitch.
favor?
Shoot.
You find any prisoners from El Frente, you bring them back alive. Because,
You're trying to make amends for talking.
not just that, because they're compas.
All right. But first, I've got to catch up to that cargo.
I'll do whatever I can to help. Call me if there's anything you need to know about the area.
And what?
Let me know if you encounter any wildlife you've never seen before.
Never seen before. What, like that basilisco you were talking about?
I'm talking about UMAs.
UMAs.
You know, like ancient dinosaurs or legendary monsters. One day, I'm going to be a hunter.
Is that right? Okay. Sure.
If you want to know more, I'm happy to tell you.
Right. I'll be in touch, Chico.
Okay, Snake. The enemy's cargo is headed for the next outpost, a rail terminal.
Chico says no one's ever set foot past there.
Their main base is probably on the other side of that tunnel. Unless we catch those spears before reaching it, they'll be in enemy hands. You've got to stop them. Hurry, Snake.
I'm on it.
Snake, weapons and items development is going nowhere fast. Send us some more soldiers with the
I did.
boss. I
Oh
have
my
an
God.
idea. Listen to this.
Let me guess. You want to start running ads in the local gossip rags.
Please, what do you take me for? I thought that with all the new guys we've got, we should get an intel team going. We'd send agents around the country to scout out different locations. That way we're better prepared, no matter where we end up.
That's actually not a bad idea.
They could probably develop recon equipment for us too. We could also have them transport goods and direct the mother base support strikes. You can send an item to a co-op teammate from the delivery menu.
Did I hit the right button? I'm in to go to mother base. Cool. Let's see, ammo items. Okay. Oh, where's my boy Moonras? Yeah. Uh-huh. Yes. I've seen all that. You only have 3 people in there? He's on the intel team. Oh right, she's still sick. Or getting healed up anyway. Want to? Probably have enough money anyway. Oh, that's new as in unlocked already. Mix. Can I fix it? No. Few mix acquired. And then damage is automatically repaired. Okay. Lime soda. I want that. I think I just need to start grabbing every person I see. Their players are sending gifts. So this I can't do anything. Sure. Co-op and versus players. But people have to send stuff to me, so no. What are the datas? What about the datas? Let's get in it.
Snake, according to Chico, the nuclear materials will be loaded from a train and onto a truck at a rail terminal near the eastern foot of Irazu. If we can't cut him off at that terminal, we'll be in a world of hurt. Hurry, Snake.
What do we got for this mission? We'll just go through that.
La CIA has taken control of this coffee factory too, all to produce its drugs. It was famous once for its fine beans.
Cafe tal aroma encantado. Enchanting aroma, huh?
See, once we have thrown the mercenaries out of Costa Rica, I know it will make wonderful coffee again. And then you must come and try some, Snake.
Sounds great. I wouldn't mind a cup of joe after all this is over. Oh, wait.
What is wrong?
No, I just remembered this guy I knew who wasn't big on coffee. English. Get rid of that muddy water and get a cup of black tea down your gob, he'd say.
That is too bad for him. It is delicious.
I don't find coffee delicious. But all this talk about
As
it
I
makes
said
me
before,
want to like it.
Building railroads in Costa Rica was a dangerous job. A lot of men died, and sometimes they stopped work altogether. This is one of those places. They had to cut through steep terrain, so when they finally made it through, they just built the rail terminal right there. And that is why they named it
El Cadalso. The gallows. Charming. I'm surprised the construction money didn't dry up the way things were going.
Actually, it did, but the bananas helped complete it, so they say.
You mean the energy the workers got from eating bananas? I suppose they do have plenty of vitamins and...
No. I meant the money they got to finish it came from exporting bananas.
Oh.
But one thing is for certain. The owners of the railroads expanded into the banana trade after construction was completed. That was the start of banana cultivation in Costa Rica.
Amanda, do you know the way to the rail terminal?
Remember the locomotive by the fork in the road before the village?
Yeah, back in the jungle.
Follow the train tracks from there, and you'll come to the terminal. But there's a plant along the way.
Disguised as a coffee factory?
Yes, it is their drug refining plant. La CIA controls it now. Cutting through there is the shortest way, but it'll be crawling with soldiers. If you want to go around...
No, forget it. If that's the shortest way, that's the way I'll take. Besides, it's one of their bases. It'll be good intel.
Very good. A number of guards at the plant are positioned on high walkways. Be sure to study their movements before you advance.
Or I could just snipe them first.
The plant's layout is another maze, I'm afraid. Stay cool.
Snake.
Make your way out
Maybe.
of the plant and you'll arrive at the terminal.
You know a lot about this place.
What are you saying? I've been there before, when the KGB ran it, yes. But it is not as if I enjoyed it.
No, I just meant you know a lot about how the enemy works.
I hope so. Anyway, did you talk to Chico about the terminal?
He said it's where they transfer the cargo onto trucks.
Meaning the facility is of considerable importance to them. Don't get careless.
I won't.
By the way, I've heard of a shortcut that cuts straight to the coffee factory, to the east of the village, but I've never used it myself. Check it out if you're interested.
Thanks for the tip.
The supply staging point is at the eastern foot of Irazu. There's a rail terminal there. They'll probably transfer the nuke from the train onto a truck.
Gotcha. I'll have to catch them while they're moving the cargo.
But you might run into El Basilisco. Keep your eyes peeled, Snake.
An 80-foot-tall walking behemoth. The CIA's new weapon?
Could be. Too bad it's not actually a dinosaur. I think
Looks like
they're
a ginger
testing it up at
kid.
the base on top of the mountain.
I met a guy
Not
in
from
Russia who
South
described it
America.
as a metal gear linking
Oh,
infantry
Metal
and
Gear.
artillery.
Metal Gear.
I've got a bad feeling about this. Like maybe it's connected to everything that's happening here somehow.
The nukes? You don't think...
What else could it be? If it is up there, I'll just have to improvise. Either way, I won't know until I get there.
Watch your back, Snake.
Alright. Let's get it. Going into the base soon. Okay, we can get the supply thing now.
The train terminal is on the other side of the coffee factory. Head for the factory first.
Oh,
To get to the coffee factory, you'll first need to backtrack to the fork in the road.
but there's a shortcut this way though. Oh, that's not what I wanted. I got 8 of those still.
We'll keep it here at the base. Start by making your way to the coffee factory.
Walkman?
Start talking. Start talking.
Fast for it. Shortcut?
Fulton recovery helicopter is complete.
Hey! I know I saw something.
Come on. Come on.
What was that?
Come on. Come on. Yeah, come on. Come on.
Start talking.
I mean, I can make that happen.
Start talking.
No, I wasn't talking to the cat. Unless cat wants to join Mother Base.
Fulton recovery subject confirmed onboard helicopter.
No, not that one. Shortcut in the east? Here it is. Yeah, let me up there. Yeah, right there. Box. Oh, Nice. It's Waffles being a jacket cat. I had to leave the box behind. I'm sorry. Nope. Nope. Okay, let's see how... Oh. Supply? One set. Oh, Chris.
They've okayed the request for support. They're sending out a cardboard box as we speak.
Oh. Hey look, new cardboard box. Oh, no, it's... just got sent to mother base. I don't know what supplies you give me. You don't get to pick? Hmm. Where's that dude? There's the dude. Whoops. Goodbye, random yellow
Recovery
dude.
helicopter is complete.
I think I see someone.
Oh.
I'm seeing things.
What?
Start talking.
Understood. Dispatching reinforcements now.
Door? Nope. I can't move when I'm on the wall.
Yeah.
Not kidnapping them, I'm just asking them to join my team. By forcibly removing them from their home. And there's a helicopter.
HQ, come in. This is patrol. All clear.
Understood. Return to base.
I want you. You're probably good. Hmm? Oh, you suck. You're just an E rank. Nah, I'll take them anyway. Everyone's gonna know each other because I'm just taking them all. Yeah, it's gonna work out. They all know each other already.
I think I see someone.
I don't see somebody.
I'm seeing things.
Where is this guy? Oh, he's a there. Here's a dude.
What was that?
How'd they yell it? Yeah.
I'm seeing things.
Over there? Or is he up here? Nope.
Fulton recovery subject confirmed onboard helicopter.
Yeah, we still in that shit.
Pass through the coffee factory to reach the train terminal.
Cool. Oh, you can fuck. Okay.
What was that?
Nothing.
I'm seeing things.
Out of Fulton's. I don't know what an nest is. Hey dude, can I pick you up? Can't pick you up.
No support available in that location. Get to a place with fewer barriers.
Okay. I need more Fultons.
You'll have to pass through the coffee factory.
Yeah, hold on. I'm busy.
They've okayed your request for a cardboard box. It'll be sent out shortly. You could probably climb that if you had someone to lend you a hand.
Need Fulton,
You're asking
please.
for the impossible. We need some time.
Okay, fine. Just want to rescue the dude. There's 2 dudes in here. Oh, I should... do this? Oh,
Start talking. Start talking.
wee. Fucking aggressively climb that ladder.
Start talking. Start talking.
There's still people in here.
Start talking. Start talking.
Yeah. Tea chips. Taco chips. Ooh. Or the tortilla chips. Yeah. I need some Fultons. Fulton? Ration. I want no ration. When did I get my assault rifle? A decent amount of dudes. Start shooting at him? Okay. Hold on.
Looks like we're just in time. Neutralize all enemies and secure the train.
Oh, smoke doesn't last that long. CQC. Oh, okay. Oh, you take a lot of damage. Alright. It's going good. And then smoke right there.
Come in, Snake! Snake!
All the way back
Train terminal is
here?
on the other side of the coffee factory. Head for the factory first.
Oh no. Okay, well.
To get to the coffee factory, you'll first need to backtrack to the fork in the road.
Get my, Get my Fulton back? Not really the way I wanted it to happen. Need 3.
Fulton recovery
3 Fultons,
subject
I think.
confirmed onboard helicopter.
Ah,
It's the enemy!
Understood. Dispatch
Oh, he's shooting from that side. Ow, fuck. Ow, stop. Okay, how many do I have? 5. Do one more. Box. What is this? Oh, you get a love box there. Cool. Ration? I want to use it. Do the sniper thing again? What's the level before? That was before. Okay. Be good. Be good.
Not enough room, huh? We'll keep it here at the base.
Nope. Save this man. Save him! 3 left. Okay. Enough.
Fulton recovery helicopter is complete.
Gotta do that speed run.
What was that?
Nothing. Square. Thank you. Right. Trigger. The changes where I'm looking. It doesn't zoom. Question is, can I even Fulton the guys that are inside here?
Pass through the coffee factory to reach the train terminal.
I'm seeing things.
I guess I can. Okay, you have yourself a good sleep.
Fulton recovery subject confirmed onboard helicopter.
Bye-bye. Yes. Yes, thank you.
Those tracks are from El Basilisco. Be careful.
Looks like we're just in time. Neutralize all enemies and secure the train.
Hey! Hey!
No, don't make him up.
We're being shot at! Going to alert status!
Understood. Maintain heightened alert.
Hey! Next!
Guess I just throw grenades at you.
Check out the cargo.
It's got
Notes.
64779. Right, that seems important. I don't know anything about that. There's a tank. What the fuck? Why are they sending a tank after little old me? Peace. I don't know about that. Oh, great. Oh, T-72U. Nice. To be continued. Still gotta see. God damn. M60. Camel. Due to intense hostility. Staff morale is falling. Here. If I auto assign, no. Yes. Okay, automatically do it. Yeah, shotgun. D4 might help. Tortilla chips. Two. Cool. Oh. How much? 3,800 bucks. 39. Want to research tortilla chips. Let's see what we do about this tank now.
Snake, that's an enemy tank unit. Either neutralize the soldiers or destroy the tank. Get them.
But what about the guy inside the tank? Oh, that wasn't new.
As I said before, building railroads in Costa Rica.
Maybe one died. Oh, maybe. They had to cut through steep terrain and finally made it through. They just built the rail terminal right there. That's why they named it El Cadalso, the Gallows. Ugh. Surprised the construction money didn't dry up the way things were going. It actually did. The bananas helped complete it, so they say. Oh, and the snake, yeah. I mean, the energy the workers got from eating bananas. They had plenty of vitamins. The money they got to finish came from exporting the bananas. Oh. When things are certain, the owner of the railroads expanded into the banana trade after construction was complete. And that was the start of banana cultivation in Costa Rica. Cute. Destroy the tank, thanks.
An
That's the
enemy
plan.
tank. Is there somewhere you can hide, boss?
There are train cars, but they won't hold up against a gun like that.
Even a freight train? Incredible.
But they keep me out of sight, temporarily.
Use them to look for an opportunity to hit its treads or the fuel tank at the back. But
Don't forget about that gun, huh?
or the soldiers. They may try to flank you.
Right.
You can also stop it by taking out all the soldiers. You can do it, Snake.
Why would taking out all the soldiers? That wasn't okay. Mission prep. So if I snipe some dudes. Well, it's equipped. Okay. What do we call this? Concrete? It'd look kind of weight. Let's try the weight suit. I'd like to keep the tank if possible.
Neutralize the enemy troops.
Oh, I didn't know they were gonna shoot that one. Oh, square. Thank you. Oh boy. Oh, fuck.
Go around!
Oh, it's hard to control. Ow. He just exploded. They look weird. Hey, we'll revive him. Oh, I'm all wobbly. Oh, what the heck? Leave me alone. Now. Fuck.
Requesting cover!
No. Revive the guy. Ration? I'm on it. Nope, use. Ration, I need you. Nope, stop dropping them. That ammo. Let me sneak through there. I want to keep the tank. Oh. Oh, okay, bye. Can't go that way. What if it took out all the dudes? I would.
Try to spare them if you can.
Fuck that.
Shoot that exposed fuel tank. The red one. They haven't seen you yet. Perfect. Now's your chance. One armor after another. Haven't these guys heard of the oil crisis?
Aim for the treads!
We're counting on you, boss.
Okay, you guys. Well, maybe shoot the treads. We'll see. Oh, he's on the move. A little more.
You've got their fuel tank. Attack now while you've got a chance.
Yeah, reload, damn it. Oh, that was way too far.
Back at it, boys! So much for that tactic. You'll just have to attack the thing directly.
But you have no fuel tank. Where are you going? Where are you going?
They've okayed the request for support. They're sending out a cardboard box as we speak.
Not quite what I wanted.
The main gun has enough kick to send that train flying!
Yes, thank you. How about send me ammo?
Anti-tank mines are effective against tanks.
Send me some. That would be cool, right? Yeah. I think he's just following me. Oh! Ow. Get it! Get it! Shoot that thing. And I have cover over here. That's not what I want.
Armed and ready! Fire!
Let's shoot the front of this tank. Why is it dealing that much damage? Yeah, there's a dude.
That's gotta be the leader. Can you take him down?
Absolutely. All I needed. Ow. Oh, no warning on that one. Come on. No, wait, you can't shoot through that? Oh. Oh god, that's not what I wanted. What is that end piece of my barrel? Oh my god, no!
They've okayed the request for support. They're sending out a cardboard box as we speak.
Just give me the ration.
Keep rations equipped to automatically recover life when it reaches zero.
Pretty equipped though. Oh shit. One more shot. That's all we need. Only sliding to the left. Weird. Can't hide now or what? Come on over here. Can't. Oh my god.
Come on, Snake! You can't just leave us like this! Snake!
Like. Hey.
Neutralize that tank unit. You can do it.
Okay.
They haven't seen you yet. Perfect. Now's your chance.
Somebody's here. Enemies close by. The enemy's attacking. Going forward status. Close by. Roger. Move in.
Yee.
Move in.
Gun. Equip a gun.
I'm done for.
Guess I gotta hit that guy.
Go around. Go around.
Throw a grenade. Oh, more dudes there. Yeah, fuck.
you've got a chance.
Nope. Start putting damage in you, I guess.
Damn it! Looks like they've got a backup fuel tank.
Oh, I know. Oops.
Nice work. Their fuel tank's gone. That should stop them for a while. That's gotta be the leader. Can you take him down?
Oh,
So much for that tactic.
out
We'll
of
just
the
have to
ammo.
attack the thing directly.
Just let me get up, Jesus. Too wobbly. Need to lose some armor or gear. Too much weight. Maybe I can throw more grenades on them. The 45% camo should hide me, right? No. What? I don't think I hit him at all. Thank you.
Enemy leader neutralized.
Oh,
Mission complete.
god damn. -1 because I died or I used the box. Ooh, Mosin. Curvy. Beastie. And also co-op. Neat.
Snake, the truck is headed up the mountain road past the tunnel.
So it was nukes after all.
What now? Their main base is up ahead.
I better hurry after them then.
But,
Kaz, if I don't get
No,
moving, it'll
my
be
yang was -1.
alright, I guess you never did let dangerous assignments or risk aversion get in your way.
How do I get inside the mountain? I can forget about the tunnel.
The tank took care of that.
Any other routes?
Why don't I let a local expert take over?
Snake, you need a way into the mountain?
Yeah, got one.
Let's see. Do you remember that precinct I was in?
In the village, right?
Right. Go back to the village and head north. There is a bridge that connects to the mountain road. It crosses over a gorge. That's probably the best way. But there is a little problem. The path heading north from the village is barricaded. You might have to break through.
Got it.
The heart of Irasu. That's where the enemy's base has got to be, Snake. And maybe...
Now, let me guess. The Basilisco.
You don't believe me, do you?
No, I mean, we'll have to see.
Snake, Irazu features a number of crater lakes. The Odeberg government had planned to use those lakes to construct hydroelectric plants as one of its big state development projects. The project was scrapped, but there's still a small opening at the bottom of the lake.
Meaning?
I checked the satellite imagery, but didn't see anything man-made, which means they probably built a base inside the mountain. Could just be a storage igloo for explosives, or maybe some kind of research facility.
What do they hope to accomplish by bringing the nukes there?
First things first, get past that barricade north of the village. Looks like the only way through is the noisy way. You'll have to blow it up.
I don't think I got any personnel. Do I get random ones that come in? You can now trade. Ras went up. I don't know if that's Moon Ras though. Just one guy. Probably behind him. Get me some curry.
Snake, I've got just the explosive to bust through that barricade. C4. We finished developing C4 charges. Take some with you. To destroy the barricade north of the village, you'll need Composition 4 explosive.
Composition.
You've handled C4 before, right, Snake?
Yeah. I've been a regular user since the days of C3.
C3. Oh yeah, I remember. That stuff got brittle and useless in cold temperatures, so they upgraded. C4 is a moldable plastic explosive. It's very stable and won't explode without a special detonator. Light it on fire and all it does is burn.
A lot of American soldiers in Vietnam used to use it as fuel.
Place it near the barricade and move to a safe location. Then hit the detonator button to blow it up.
I'm on it. Those giant footprints near the terminal. What do you think they were, Cuz?
It beats me. They're way too big, even for an elephant. Made me think of that Basilisco Chico was talking about.
Hope it's not for real.
Same here. If they really do have that kind of weapon, we could be dealing with a basilisk in more than just looks.
What do you mean?
There's a medieval encyclopedia that describes the basilisk like this. The basilisk is the king of snakes. All snakes fear the basilisk and flee at its sight, lest they be slain by its foul breath.
A snake to take out a snake, huh?
I don't mean to scare you or anything, but it never hurts to be careful.
Will do.
There's one type of commando you really need to watch out for, and that's the kind toting shotguns. They can take a few hits and still keep charging you. And believe me, you don't want them closing in between those shotgun blasts. When they start charging, you need to stop them immediately. Use something with serious stopping power.
What, hey? We've seen these, right?
Costa Rica has several active volcanoes, Irasu being one of them.
That's where Camino de Lava comes from, huh?
The tropical dry forests around here are quite different from our rainforests. They lose their leaves in the dry season. Tropical forests are not all thick jungles. A few of them even
Cacti,
have
yup.
cacti. Some of Costa Rica's greatest
Okay.
assets are its...
Yeah, we're good. Yep.
Amanda, do I have to take the fork in the road back to the village?
People say there is a shortcut. Go back to the coffee factory entrance, then follow the path on the right. That will take you straight to the village. They may have increased security in that area, though.
Not surprising after what happened with the tank. What do I do once I'm back at the village?
Destroy the barricade at the north side. From there, you can reconnect with the transport route.
I'll need C4 for that. The explosion will bring everyone running, too. There's probably going to be a fight, one way or the other.
They might not see you if you stick to the narrower pathways. Then just climb over any obstacles. Don't let your guard down after taking out the barricade either.
There's a river in the mountains north of the village. You'll see a water pipe running across that's got a walkway you can use as a bridge. I guess they built it to carry water from the hydroelectric plant. To get there, though, you gotta get past the barricade north of the prison.
Got it.
El Basilisco supposedly lives in the gorge up there, so be careful you don't get distracted and fall in the river.
The Basilisco.
Not the big monster I saw. I mean the real Basilisco.
A real one. The legendary king of snakes.
More like a lizard, I guess. It walks on top of the river.
A lizard that walks on water.
Man, you should see it. It's not that big, though. Only about 1 bada long.
Pretty good size for a lizard.
Yeah, but not nearly as big as a dinosaur.
So there's a real Basilisco that lives in the river?
I'm only saying I heard stories from people who said they saw it. But I know lots of places to find it in Nicaragua. Do you want to go have a look?
I don't have time for sightseeing.
You don't like
Is that way I
lizards?
can equip
It's
the
not
camera?
that. I just think snakes taste better.
Who said anything about taste?
How about you? You like them?
Not that way. They do look kind of like dinosaurs, though. You don't think that's cool?
They're both reptiles, yeah. But there's a big difference size-wise.
I'll bet there are still big ones around somewhere. They say mammals multiplied and ate up their eggs. But they can't all be gone. They've gotta exist somewhere out there.
Dinosaur eggs, huh?
And animals are always evolving, right? Maybe they evolved so much, they don't even look like dinosaurs anymore.
Then you can't really call them dinosaurs, can you?
I guess not. Yeah, you're right. Dinosaurs have gotta be big.
Fucking pink. Oh, swamp, or, well, it's water. Water's really good. And swamp and bee and other stuff. This, I mean, there's like 3 that are just like the best. Let's try water.
Survival.
Just like this. Probably sniper. There's tortilla chips, they recover life. Rations recover life. Nothing else. Okay. I think this will probably be the last mission for the night.
Go back to the prison camp. It's in the village where they were holding Chico.
Nope. How do we drop down? X. Yep. Oh, hey.
Start talking.
I may as well recruit him.
You won't get up there alone. With some help, maybe?
I need to get up there, though.
What was that?
Nothing. What is this? Ammo 7.62.
Fulton recovery helicopter is complete. Head west from there, and it'll take you straight to the prison camp. Fulton recovery... If you cut across the prison camp, you'll find a gate leading north.
Hey! Is somebody there? I know I saw something.
Go north? Who's this lad? Get, nope, stop reloading. Get him out. No, I can't look in there anymore.
We're being shot at! Going to alert status!
Understood. Maintain heightened alert.
Is somebody there? We're under
fuck.
attack!
First, equip your C4. You can't plant a charge unless it's equipped.
Oh, I have to plant C4 here? Oh. Isn't there another guy
Fulton
here?
recovery
Oh, he's
helicopter
sleeping there.
is complete.
Yeah, right at the end there.
To plant a C4 charge, hold down the aim button and press the triangle button.
Why am I walking all weird?
To detonate a C4 charge, keep the C4 equipped, then press the square button. No need to aim. Good work, Snake. Excellent. Now, make your way north.
Roger that. Oh, that was the mission. Oh, well, you can do another one. My Yang is 49. We're doing good.
Snake, you there?
Yeah, what's up?
You've got to talk to Amanda.
What happened?
She wants to leave sickbay and get back on the battlefield, but she's not fully healed. She's still in crutches. Who'd be crazy enough to try and fight like that? You have to talk some sense into her.
Is she with you right now?
No, she's in sickbay. She keeps shouting about how she doesn't want to be there. She won't shut up about it. She's driving me.
Let her go.
What?
If that's what she wants, let her go.
I'm really not in the mood for jokes, Snake.
I'm serious. Let her go.
Why? So she can come back in a body bag?
I'm really not in the mood for jokes, Kaz.
What are you talking about?
Amanda isn't the type to just sit around in sickbay. She has a sense of duty. Her purpose in life is to fight. The battlefield isn't just the best thing for her, it's the best thing for her compass, too. She'll be a huge morale boost that can only benefit
Morale boost with
MSF.
You
a
think so?
fucking
You're
person
good at
fighting
Kaz.
in
Yes,
crutches.
but you've got a lot to learn when it comes to people.
So, where should I put her?
I'll think it over and find a team for her. Don't worry, she won't let us
Okay.
down.
Whatever you say, boss.
I guess she goes to like one of the R&D teams. Not out fucking fighting stuff. Shrimp. Where is she? She is here. Good at intel, I guess. Yeah. Break. Still working on that curry. Ooh, Fulton, right.
Snake, you're north of the village. The truck carrying the nukes is heading towards the heart of the mountain. That's its final destination. We've got no intel on what lies beyond, so stay sharp.
Oh, we got a couple.
Snake.
Canyon.
To the north of the village is a bridge that crosses a hydraulic pipe. Though normally the bridge is not used by people, if you slip, you will fall straight to the bottom of the valley. Be careful.
What's a channel doing here?
It is not for irrigation. They are hydroelectric pipes. I wonder if they run into Irasu's Crater Lake. Normally they would build a reservoir at the bottom of the valley, but it was probably too dangerous. Los Cantos means Sword Peak. You should be able to see across the Irasu mountain range from there. There are not as many big trees at that elevation, and you'll probably be well above the mist.
It'll be tough to hide up there.
You're not thinking about the scenery right now, are you?
Not while I'm surrounded by bad guys.
You should have seen it when the country was at peace. I know you would have been impressed.
Well, that'll be our reward for a successful mission. Sound good?
Wonderful. Thank you, Snake. There is an old fort around there.
What is it, boss? You sound upset.
Well, you see, it was built during the Civil War.
Let me guess. Disputes between Costa Rica's political parties escalated into all-out conflict.
See, conflict that cost my grandparents their lives. The most senseless sort of war. Countrymen mindlessly slaughtering their own. That fort is a reminder of that senselessness.
Sadly ironic, given who's occupying it now.
That war was the reason Costa Rica abolished the army. Please, Snake, get them out of our country.
I intend to. Chico says there's a bridge north of the village.
Yes, a narrow one, for crossing the pipe. On the other side of that is the road the trucks use, though it's collapsed in places.
I'll have nowhere to run if they spot me.
They could be blocking the road, too.
Is there another way?
There is a path along the cliff. After you cross the bridge, there are ruins of a fort on the mountain. Going through there would be a little easier. Once you come to the end of the mountain path, you'll be at the fort.
Oh,
That fort was built during the Civil War. It seems La Cia's troops are occupying it now.
This just gets better and better.
They've got gun turrets set up all around from the looks of it. Attract too much attention, and you'll really stir up the hornet's nest.
Maybe I'll try and find a way around.
You could always commandeer one of the turrets. A little target practice, perhaps?
Just like in Krasnogorye.
Krasno what?
Sorry, just thinking about old times.
Irasu has more than one crater, because he's erupted so many times. I heard most of them filled up with rainwater and became lakes.
Calderas, huh?
Calderas. Yeah, something like that. Hey, I got an idea. When you get to the lake, can you keep an eye out for weird animals for me? People all over the world tell stories about giant monsters living in lakes. Nessie in Loch Ness, Nahuelito in Argentina,
yeah.
Ogopogo in Canada.
Yeah, about
I can
Ogopogo.
hardly keep track of them all. They say that all these sightings prove dinosaurs do still exist.
But crater lakes are isolated. They're not connected to rivers.
Yeah, but you know Mokele Mumbembe in the Congo River? He can walk on land. So maybe they moved there from some other lake.
You sure know a lot about UMAs.
There used to be a guy in El Frente who was a hunter. He taught me lots of things. He even said he once went to a place called Isla del Monstruo.
A hunter on Isla del Monstruo.
Someday, I'm gonna be a hunter and catch some rare animals. Right after we restore peace to our land, of course.
Oh god. Learn about every
Did you ever
freaking
hear of the
monster.
Loch Ness Monster?
Now that one I know. Pretty much everyone's heard of old Nessie.
Great, so I don't have to explain. I think she's a long-lost dinosaur, don't you?
Sure. Why not?
One of the compas gave me a book about it, with photos. It looks exactly like the plesiosaur.
Then why does it only live in Loch Ness?
Well, it probably got cut off from the ocean. Back when Loch Ness was part of the ocean, some plesiosaurs became trapped there when the climate changed. There weren't any mammals there, so no natural predators. Today's Nessie is descended from those plesiosaurs.
Then wouldn't it make sense for there to be monsters in other lakes with similar climates?
Exactly. That's why there's been giant monster sightings in a bunch of other places. Like Nahuelito and Ogopogo. I don't know if there's one in Irasu too, but I know there's definitely something living in Lago Cosipolca.
You mentioned the Nahuelito. What is it?
It's a plesiosaur that lives in Lago Nahuel Huapi in Argentina. It's described a little differently, but I'm sure it's basically the same creature as Nessie. Except for one thing.
What?
Well, according to one theory, it's the result of a nuclear test back in the 50s.
What? There's no record of a nuclear test in Argentina in the 50s.
At the time, the president, General Juan Perón, was pushing hard to industrialize the country. I wouldn't be surprised if he conducted a top-secret nuclear test before he was overthrown in a coup.
Sounds a little far-fetched to me.
You think? Then maybe Nahuelito really is a dinosaur.
No, I didn't say that.
I mean, it's really pretty obvious.
Wait a minute.
Thanks for clearing that up, boss.
Dinosaur. What about the Ogopogo? And what kind of name is that anyway?
Ogopogo's a monster that lives in Okanagan Lake in Canada. I guess it's an Indian name because it's a legend passed down by the Indians.
A legend, huh? Well, then it's probably not.
There's written records of it too. The first one was in 1872, and there's been more sightings since the start of the 20th century. You starting to get into UMAs too, Snake?
Yeah, maybe.
Dude,
UMA
I
hunting.
represent.
Now that's a real man's adventure. What do you say, Snake? After Nicaragua's at peace again, you want to go exploring together?
Well, we'll see. Might not be such a bad life.
Mokele Mumbembe lives in the Congo River. There's nothing mysterious about it, though. It's already been confirmed as a real living dinosaur. The local people know all about it, and when they were shown a drawing of a brontosaurus, every one of them said it was Mokele Mumbembe. When peace returns to Nicaragua, I want to go to the Congo myself.
The revolutionary movement in the Congo ended in failure, you know.
Yeah, I know. I wish we could do something to help, but Africa's awfully far away.
Africa.
Wonder if El Che ever saw Mokele Mumbembe. I wonder if I will.
Well, best to take care of business here before daydreaming about Africa.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Yeah, we'll do one more. One more mission. We'll leave the C4 on. Ruins. One has A for ruins. Try that again.
Survival.
Alright. Let's see what we got.
Cross the bridge and head north.
I'm seeing things.
Oh.
You could probably climb that if you had someone to lend you a hand.
Cool, thanks. Keep telling me how I'm all alone.
What is it? The enemy's attacking! Going to alert status!
Don't.
Understood. Dispatching reinforcements. Proceed
No,
with
don't go to
extra
alert
caution.
status. No!
What is it? Get up!
Fulton recovery subject confirmed onboard
Reload?
helicopter.
No, no reload? No. Weird. Oh shit. Didn't know they were there.
Something there? I'm seeing things.
He fell down? No. Well, he walked down, but... Oh, come on, you can climb that.
That's a truck route you're on. Their base is up ahead. Move out.
Hmm. Why can't I drop you? Hello? Can I rescue you?
All right. Fulton recovery helicopter is complete.
What was that noise?
Oh, can you get up here? Sure can.
What's
Yeah,
that?
come on. You or...
Start talking.
judo.
Start talking. Start talking.
Okay, this can go a little quicker. Hello, cat. How are you? You haven't been here, like, at all during the stream. What's up with that? Yeah. Been snoozing with Alex. Oh, cat, come on. Just... Hey, you sit down there. He's got a rocket launcher. Yeah. I'll wait for prisoners. No, just sit down. Your fur was in the way. Get your tail out of there. Yes, good cat.
The base is beyond that fort. You've got to get past it somehow.
Fucking helmets. Oop. Good. Four more.
somebody there.
Oh.
Can't be imagining things.
You come on down.
What's going on?
No, that's not.
The enemy's here!
Oh, hey. How's it going?
We found the enemy! Send backup!
Understood. Dispatching reinforcements now.
Use it. Use it. Yeah. Dude.
Fulton recovery subject confirmed onboard helicopter.
Oh, you're dead. Thought I could rescue at least one of them. Good cat.
Guys, I'm inside the facility. There's rows and rows of trucks here.
If that's where they brought the nukes, then the truck we're after should be there. Snake, can you tell which one of the trucks brought the nukes? One of them must have the same license plate as the one from the terminal.
I wrote it down. 64779.
This is the one. The exhaust's still warm. But the cargo's already been offloaded.
Just a minute. This isn't what we agreed on.
It's too late. The changes have already been finalized.
You told me it was going to be a deterrent, that we wouldn't have to launch.
I am not arguing with you, Doctor. Our goal is to create the perfect deterrent.
That's why I agreed to help develop it.
However, in order to achieve that perfect deterrent, we must show the world our strength. 3 key principles ensure effective nuclear deterrence. First, you must have nuclear weapons. Second, you must never use them first. And third, and most important, if someone attacks you, you must strike back.
You must.
Unless we prove beyond a doubt that these 3 principles work in practice, the world will not accept our new deterrent. And the only way to do that is to show them we're capable of actually launching a nuke.
But isn't deterrence supposed to stop nukes from being used?
Exactly. And so the one we launch will be the last one ever.
I won't let you use my creation like that.
Your creation? That thing wasn't even your idea to begin with. You stole it, didn't you?
Stole it? You're one to talk. You got the idea for bipedal locomotion from the communists in the first place.
You listen to me, Doc. Keep quiet. Do as I say. And not another word about stolen ideas. Should we succeed here, you'll be the toast of the scientific community, and your name will go down in history as champion of both progress and national security.
The hell with that!
Doctor! Unless we prove we're capable of launching, Peace Walker is useless as a deterrent.
Said the name of the game.
You used me! We used each other. I'll get my old director's job back at headquarters, and you'll finally be able to walk tall among your colleagues.
I won't let you get away with this!
How unfortunate. Guess I'll just have to take your legs for myself.
It's quite the grin.
Peace won't just come to us, Doc. We are going to have to meet it halfway. V for victory.
I don't know what the red letter said.
Wait!
Hey, you okay?
Don't do it!
Snap out of it. Where are the nukes?
He's gonna do it! He's gonna launch a nuke!
Was it that big robot thingy? Oh, okay. Shagohod. How in the fuck? Yupa.
It's one of the unmanned! Heads up!
Next time? To be continued. Excellent. No better place to stop. Alright. That's gonna be it for me, folks. Let me just see where this goes. Should at least make sure the game is saved. Butterfly. Saving. Saving. Alright. I'm gonna just go to Mother Base. And that's it for me. I'll be playing this either Wednesday or Thursday, depending on what's going on in life. And the plant. Ooh. Limpet. He's warning, or he's warning, he's injured. And hopefully Friday, continue Dark Souls with Conrad. You know where I'll be. I'll be right here, same bat time, same bat channel. Catch you next time.